and sisters, aunties, uncles, and play cousins. What's good, family? It's your boy, Mr. Michael. Hey, we all know what day today is. Today is Wednesday. Today is the drop, the mall drops, from Inpatient, Ren, Chris Webby, The Asylum. Pretty much the whole project is out as of today. The album itself, you know what I'm saying? We still, have to wait for the album to actually drop so that we can have a like an album listening sort of thing. But today, because the videos are dropping, I'm gonna try to get on all the videos, and I'm gonna release these, in succession. I can't sit up and watch all the videos all at one time and react to them the way that I react to them because I like to break stuff down. So each one is going to be its own separate video that you can enjoy at your leisure. But I am excited about this. I thought it only appropriate. We got Ren and Chris Webby. I'm always talking about how much I love how much work they put into the craft. So I thought it was only right for me to wear the Old Heads Media Respect the Craft shirt for this reaction. Because today, we're going to be showing respect to the craft. So, hey, I'm going to do my housekeeping. We're going to get on to this right away. Make sure you hit the like button on these videos. If you're not already subscribed to Old Heads Media, I would love to have you go ahead and subscribe. We're on the road to 10,000. And I always say we plan on going much, much farther than that. So we would love to have you be part of that. And make sure you hit the notification bell so you can stay up on everything that we're doing over here at Old Heads Media. Join the Patreon if you want to support whatever your fancy is. All the links to do whatever you want to do with Old Heads Media is in the description. So, make sure you do that. I'm gonna get my antennas ready because this is gonna be a fun afternoon. As y'all can see, I'm still working. There will come a day when I will come on here very soon and everything will be completely done and I'll be able to zoom out and let y'all see the whole thing. But right now, we're gonna keep it tight so y'all can't see the unfinished stuff and we still but y'all get it. Anyway, all right, y'all. Let's get into it. Ren and Chris Webby. So the first one that we do in the video too, we got End of the World. Let's go ahead and get into it. That's it. Let's go.
It's the end of the world. Everybody that you love's gonna die.
Get up, buckle up, knuckle down, bust your bubble, shopping for some hope in the dust and the rubble, yeah. Wash your knees, feet to keep you scared. Buy your reinforced bunker so you're well prepared. Medication corporation, TV screens collectively collapsing the American dream. And keep up your 9 to 5 to play the slot machine. And keep on watching this apocalypse, hypocrisy. Here's rife in the Senate, politicians are the men in queue. Collision course that we should have all prevented. Hey, we're gonna die, sugar, it's okay. Just another supernova in the Milky Way. I call 911 666 911 on a rocket ship to Mars when they block the sun. Blow it up, atomic energy with hydrogen. Here's a serving of Corona for your dying lungs.
Oh boy.
Hey, hey, it's the price we pay. It's the fate of the human race. So much darn potential gone waste. Welcome to the end of the day. See the chemtrail clouds on a summer's day in the sky. Watching as the fires rage and the polar bears drown. Baby, it's okay to be fine. Don't forget to medicate. It's a sick, sick world, but I feel great, so come on. Welcome to the end of the world. Wake up to the heavy metals that are blowing on the breeze. The smoke from the wildfires, I could barely breathe. Whales washing up on them rising seas. And got a bunch of fucking plastic in my mac and cheese. Yeah, the food's all poison, so we're all sick. Trade a double quarter pounder for a chemo drip. Soak it up while we argue about the politics. And keep a full speed sprint toward apocalypse. I know AI's got us in that scope. And when they choose to terminate us, and that's all she wrote. Feel like God went ghost and they monetize hope. While they selling us a noose that'll fit our throats. We could use a little help from the Vatican. When they're not busy with the kids, they be trafficking. Allegedly, go and get another jab again. And just ignore the black box on the packaging. Shoot it up, hey, hey, it's the end of days. Nothing left that we could say. 'Cause it looks like We're fucked either way.
What are we doing? What are we?
Oh shit! Welcome to the end of the day. See the chemtrail clouds on a summer's day in the sky. Watching as the fires rage and the polar bears drown. Baby, it's okay to be fine. Don't forget to medicate. It's a sick, sick world, but I feel great, so come on. Welcome to the end of the world. Welcome to the end of the day. See the chemtrail clouds on a summer's day in the sky. Watching as the fires rage and the polar bears drown. Baby, it's okay to be fine. Don't forget to medicate. It's a sick, sick world, but I feel great, so come on. Welcome to the end of the world. Welcome to the end of the day. See the chemtrail clouds on a summer's day in the sky. Watching as the fires rage and the polar bears drown. Baby, it's okay to be fine. Don't forget to medicate. It's a sick world.
He said, or not.
So come on. Welcome to the end of the world.
One more time!
Nah.
Or not?
What? 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 How did I expect anything? I gotta go back now. How did I? How was I not prepared for this? I've been following them long enough to know, but how was I not prepared for this? First of all, um, wait a minute. Wait. Okay. Sorry, my computer started playing on its own. First of all, watching this is somewhat, it brings joy to me. Because I'm watching two grown men that love the craft, but also really believe in what they believe in. And seeing the two of them come together from different backgrounds, different ideologies, different this, that, and the other, and seeing the two of them come together and first of all, make a universal piece of work that I don't care what your beliefs are, you can get on board with it. But second of all, that they are having so much fun working together. Like I that's the part that brings my heart joy, is watching them and realizing that these two are literally like two little kids creating this with each other. They're just having a great time. Like you know how they used to say, like, kids don't grow up. And I know this is probably irrelevant, but it just kind of puts me in that frame of mind. They say children don't ornately have like prejudice or fear or any of those other kind of things. Kids just are children. They're just having fun. They're just living to the best of their ability and enjoying being children until the world starts to put all these things in their head, and then they start to develop the fears and the the all the other social issues that come along with growing up in the world that we grow up in, or being influenced by the things that we're influenced by, or being parented the way that we're parented, so forth and so on. And these two creating this project look like a couple of children who have nothing on their mind other than just having a great time doing this. I mean, of course, they have things to say, but as they're doing this, I don't know. I know that I'm not wording that anywhere near how I see it in my head, but it brings me joy to see these two working together. It really does. And seeing videos like this and seeing some of the behind the scenes stuff that we've seen, these two are genuinely enjoying each other's company and having fun, giving you music that they want to give you, not music that you want them to give you, if that makes sense. Let's go ahead and go back through this. I caught bars, but and there's a lot of subliminals, a lot of stuff in that song that I caught on to. Also, there's a product placement in there that I don't know if it's actually a product placement or just them two being cheeky. But for the sake of this video, y'all need to know I have nothing to do with that product placement. So YouTube, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I didn't do it. I'm just reacting to it. Let's go.
It's the end of the world. Everybody that you love.
First of all, the way that they started out this video with the old like 60s, 50s, 60s like TV show theme with the music, and then the neighbor, hi neighbor, and all that little stuff. That is crazy. That's crazy work. But I think that even that plays into the theme of the song, End of the World. And they're like giving you a glimpse of what you thought the world, the impression that the good old American family that that you had, that the TV fed you, you know what I'm saying, compared to what's really going on out here. You know what I'm saying? I think even this plays a role in the theme of this movie. It's letting you know that there's a lot of shit going on that ain't as cute as they tried to make it look to you.
Love's gonna die.
Get up, buckle up, knuckle down, bust your bubble, shopping for some hope in the dust and the rubble.
That right there, get up, buckle up, knock it down, bust your bubble. That kind of makes me think a little bit like that was an intentional bar, like starting out, because now that I've heard the song, I know where they're going with it. So it makes me feel like in that moment right there, he's saying like, get up, buckle up, like buckle up. This is gonna be a ride that you wasn't ready for. You know what I'm saying? Then he said, knock it down, bust your bubble. And it's like people build up walls, they have these fake realities that they've built up, or, and it's kind of like in that moment, he's saying, okay, we're going to knock down them walls, get over yourself, but, knock them down, bust your bubble. He's saying we're getting ready to irritate a few people in this one. So, you know what I'm saying? Buckle up, get out your feelings. Here it come. That's kind of what even just that first line is like him preparing you for, this ain't going to be an easy song for some people to listen to. It's going to sound fun, but if you really catch what we're saying, it ain't going to be easy for some of y'all to listen to.
Yeah, wash your news feed to keep you scared. Buy your reinforced bunker so you're well prepared.
Watch the news feed to keep you scared. Buy your reinforced bunker so you'll be prepared. Self-explanatory, really. Watch the news. The news, that's what they do. I talked about that on one of the other videos. It's like, news doesn't really, like there's equal, if not more. I'm not even going to say equal. There's more good in the world happening right now than bad. The problem is good doesn't drive ratings. Good doesn't push algorithms. Good doesn't doesn't get your attention. So they're not showing you the good. They're showing you all the negative stuff that's happening in the world, but it's also a construct that's built into the system that we don't want them to focus on good. Because, you know, the negative drives the economy. The negative drives control. The negative drives fear. The negative drives division. All these other kind of things. So this is how we keep them structured the way we want them structured, is to make them think that this world is terrible and we need them. You know what I'm saying? So like he's saying, you know, all the media with the fear mongering and build your bunker so you'll be prepared, and it's all the conspiracies. And so you don't have the freedom to live life, to live, because you're constantly running around worrying about what's coming. But I don't want to elaborate too much because these are just my personal opinions and may not be what they're saying at all.
Medication corporation TV screens collectively collapsing the American dream. Keep up.
What do you say? Medication? Hold on, for some reason my computer isn't going back when I tell it to. Oh, here we go. All right.
Washing news feed to keep you scared. Buy a reinforced bunker so you're well prepared. Medication corporation TV screens collectively collapsing the American dream.
Yeah, medication, corporations, TV screens. It's all the stuff that I just talked about. Collectively collapsing the American dream. So that's what it was. It's like kind of the way I said, the video started when they came outside with the little high neighbor stuff and this, that, and the other with the music playing. It's like that was supposed to be the American dream that they sold you. You know what I mean? And now the media, medication, corporate greed, you know, the television screens, the stuff you're watching on TV is just destroying all of that. It's gone. It's gone.
Keep up, you're 9 to 5 to play the slot machine. I keep on watching this apocalypse, hypocrisy. Here's
Hey, so that right there, he says, keep up your 9 to 5. You know, what does he say? Keep up your 9 to 5 for the slot machine or something?
corporation TV screens collectively collapsing the American dream. Keep up, you're 9 to 5 to play the slot machine.
Keep up your 9 to 5 to play the slot machine. I think that's bigger than just going to a casino. I think the slot machine is like the equivalent of the spinning the wheel of life. Play the slot machine. You know what I'm saying? To try lottery. Yeah, I think that's bigger than what I can formulate into an opinion right now. You know, the one thing that I do know is I'm probably going to go back and I'm going to listen to all these songs, you know what I'm saying? They're dropping right now, and my goal is to try to keep up with all of them. But I'm going to go back and listen to them again. And even though I'm not going to elaborate deeply, when we go through the album release or when we go through the album video that we're going to do, then I'm going to give in my overviews a little bit more well thought out synopsis of them. But slot machine, and then he said homogenous apocalypse. So it's kind of like single-minded, so to speak. When he says homogenous, you got your mind made up that, you know what I mean, the things that have decided that they're going to form like groups like this person, and like you've got all the division. You've got, I don't really want to get into like naming names or anything like that. You know what I mean? But you've got this person or this group of people and this group of people and this group of people, and every single one of those groups of people thinks the other group of people is the reason why the world is going to hell. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's got their mind made up that it's them or it's them or it's them. Funny thing about it is most of the people who are pointing the finger have a lot to do with the problem. You got this group pointing the finger at this group. You got this group pointing the finger at this group. And then when it comes down to it, the real problem is the fact that you have all these different groups in the first place instead of being one. Sorry. You know me. Let's go.
Collectively collapsing the American dream. Keep up, you're 9 to 5 to play the slot machine. I keep on watching this apocalypse, hypocrisy is rife. In the Senate, politicians are the men in queue. Collision course that we should have all prevented. Hey, we're gonna
Wait a minute. Wait, what did he say?
To play the slot machine, I keep on watching this apocalypse, hypocrisy is rife. In the Senate, politicians are the men in queue, collision.
Does he say in the Senate, politicians are the men that queue?
Apocalypse, hypocrisy is rife. In the Senate, politicians are the men in queue.
He said, here's why. I think.
Collision course that we should have all prevented. Hey, we're gonna die.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm stuck on that spot because I want to make sure I heard him. But then that part right there, the accent got me just a little bit. That's the first time the accent really just kind of got me like that. But I think he said, here's why. In the Senate, politicians are the queue.
Slot machine, I keep on watching this apocalypse, hypocrisy is rife. In the Senate, politicians are the men in queue. Collision course that we should have all prevented. Hey, we're gonna.
The collision course that we should have all prevented. Okay. All right. I think I'm getting it. I don't want to give you too much of an opinion right now because I want to make sure. And right now I'm just watching the video. So I'm not going through. I try not to ever do that because I want to be able to like have an authentic dialogue with you guys about what I think I hear as opposed to like being 100% certain. So I'm going to go back in and check the lyrics before I review this again so that way I can make sure that what that line said.
Senate politicians are the men in queue. Collision course that we should have all prevented. Hey, we're gonna die, sugar, it's okay. Just another supernova in the Milky Way.
I caught that when we played it through the first time. That's a bar, actually. He said, we're gonna die. What did he say? We're gonna die, sugar. and then hold on. I see. Damn.
In the Senate, politicians are the men in queue. Collision course that we should have all prevented. Hey, we're gonna die, sugar, it's okay. Just another supernova in the Milky Way.
I know the supernova was tight, but the part that I wanted was the bar, the tie-in. We're gonna die, sugar. First of all, we're gonna die, sugar, diabetes, things like that. Die, sugar, diabetes is sugar. You know what I'm saying? So that's a bar that he's throwing in there about diabetes. We're gonna die, sugar. You get what I'm saying? But then ties it back in with Milky Way. That's a candy bar. Sugar. That was a dope bar. That was a dope bar.
Hey, we're gonna die, sugar, it's okay. Just another supernova in the Milky Way. I call 911 666 911 on a rocket ship to Mars when they block the sun.
Hold on.
Hey, we're gonna die, sugar, it's okay. Just another supernova in the Milky Way. I call 911 666 911.
911 666 911. I call 911 666 911. First of all, 911 and 911 are the same thing, but they have different meanings. So I'm breaking this down as far as bars because he's doing the bar thing again. The last two, he's been doing the bar thing. 911, 911, same thing. But he said, I call 911, which was actually a tragedy in America. But he said 911 666 666. You know what I'm saying? 666 is often like the numeral like structure that we use to represent like Satan, evil, darkness, you know what I'm trying, demonic. So he says, I call 911 demonic. I call 911 evil. I call our 911. You see what I'm saying? And then he says 911 emergency. So I call 911 an evil emergency. It was like a wake-up call, is what he's saying. It's a wake-up call. It should have been a wake-up call. But I'm sorry. It's just the way that he worded that all. Those bars.
Just another supernova in the Milky Way. I call 911 666 911 on a rocket ship to Mars when they block the sun. Blow it.
And a rocket ship to Mars when they block the sun.
911 666 911 on a rocket ship to Mars when they block the sun. Blow it up, atomic energy with hydrogen.
Blow it up, atomic energy to hydrogen. Everything that they're saying, I mean, if you know anything about history or about the things that are happening in the world, they're all pretty simple. You know, the hydrogen bomb, atomic bomb, you know, energy. You know what I'm trying to say.
Here's a serving of Corona for your dying lungs. Cough it up. Hey, hey, it's the price we pay. It's the fate of.
He said, He said, here's a corona for your dying lungs. Cough it up.
Mars when they block the sun, blow it up, atomic energy with hydrogen. Here's a serving of corona for your dying lungs. Cough it up, hey, hey, it's the price we pay. It's the fate of the human race. So much darn potential gone waste.
That right there is a line. That's a bar. That's a bar. So much damn potential. The potential of the human race, the potential of mankind. The fact that we've been able to do things that so much damn potential gone to waste. And they're a perfect example of it. I think this they're like them two working together is an example. So much potential. In a world where most people would say this person should not be with this person. The two of them don't belong together. Those two coming together is an example of the potential of what could happen when those sides do come together. When people do stop alienating each other, or people do stop prejudging each other. And all these groups that I talked about just a little bit ago when we talked about homogenous hypocrisy and all these different groups that we formulated of people that aren't supposed to be associated with each other. And if we could just stop all that, the potential that the things that we could solve and come together about, and I dare to say half the stuff that we fight about wouldn't even be talking points if we weren't so separated. Y'all know I'm about to get on my soapbox. Let's keep going in the song.
Welcome to the end of the day. See the chemtrail clouds on a summer's day in the sky. Watching as the fires rage and the polar bears drown. Baby, it's okay to be.
You know they be talking about stuff. It's funny to me because they be talking about stuff that I know for a fact that this stuff has been written for a while. This is the beauty of what they write. I know this stuff wasn't written 2 weeks ago. It wasn't written a month ago. Half of this stuff has been written for months, if not a year. Whatever. But they're talking about things that are relevant, like right this second as we talk. Like I know when they first wrote this song, they were talking about the wildfires rage, and they were probably talking about the wildfires that happened in California and all this, that, and other, But like right now, we're literally experiencing wildfires raging in Canada to the point to where it's causing air pollution across Lake Huron into Michigan. And like literally this is happening as we speak, and they're talking about wildfires raging. And it's almost like everything that they say, a lot of times, we've done this before in another video, that they talk about things and I'll be like, wait a minute, that's happening now. When was this written? But it just goes to show that two things. One, the prophetic abilities that they have to be able to speak about things that other people aren't speaking about and to be able to call it out before it even happens. But also, it speaks about how easy it is to see the way this world is going, the way, you know what I'm saying? Because they can speak about something that's not even happening at a time that it wasn't happening, and it still be true. Like it's inevitable. Like based on what we're seeing, if we keeping going down these paths, the things that are in our future are predictable. That's crazy.
Get the Medicaid, it's a sick world, but it's so much darn potential gone waste. Welcome to the end of the day. See the chemtrail clouds on a summer's day in the sky. Watching as the fires rage and the polar bears drown. Baby, it's okay to be fine. Don't forget the Medicaid. It's a sick world, but I feel great. So
that's a bar right there. Don't forget the Medicaid. It's a sick world, but I feel great. The people that actually control it, they're fine. They feel great, but it's a sick world, but I feel great. Don't forget the Medicaid. It's funny because all the things that they're talking about on this hook are all things that are going on, are all things that are effects of the way that we're living. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about the chemtrails, and these are the things that are causing the destruction, the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? He's saying the chemtrails. He's talking about Medicaid not being worth a damn. You know, it's only good for, the Medicaid and the medical system and insurance and all that kind of stuff only being good for people that actually, but anyway, and then he talks about the polar bears drowning because of the ice caps melting, and global warming. And they're talking about all these things. And they're pointing out it's the end of the world. Look at all these things that are happening. And y'all ain't doing nothing about it. Nobody's doing anything. As a matter of fact, the media is telling you, don't worry, it's not even a problem. And this man got Bigfoot sightings. And in the video, like the reality TV, Bigfoot comes over and is like handing flower. We going to that. You're going to have TV shows about some crazy Bigfoot gonna pop up and be able to choose a girlfriend like Married at First Sight or some shit like that.
Come on, welcome to the end of the world. Wake up to the heavy metals that are blowing on the breeze. The smoke from the wildfires, I could barely breathe.
Yeah, see, and he goes, that's the part that I was talking about, where they were talking about being prophetic, where, it's funny to me how they can prophetically speak about things like that. The wildfires blowing in the breeze. He's talking about heavy metals blowing in the breeze. They're like, bruh, the air pollution. Like the way that they can prophetically speak about these things. Like I said, he's talking about the smoke from the wildfires blowing in the breeze. And that's literally what's happening right now in Canada. You know what I'm saying? The smoke from the wildfires blowing across the lake into a whole nother state. Even though I know that he was probably talking about the wildfires that happened in California when he first wrote this. My bad.
Heavy metals that are blowing on the breeze. The smoke from the wildfires, I could barely breathe. Whales washing up on them rising seas.
See, whales washing up on the shore because of the polar ice caps melting and the sea levels rising. Whales washing up on the beaches.
And got a bunch of fucking plastic in my mac and cheese. Yeah,
that is diabolical. That is diabolical, but so real. It's funny because I actually saw into this not too long ago where they talked about like oil. I was just thinking about even stuff like oil, which is a big topic right now. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, we have no idea. If you only knew how many ingredients or how many things you use on a daily basis, utilize petroleum, like how much petroleum actually affects everything and why it's such a commodity, why it's so fought for. And he's talking about the plastics in the mac and cheese and stuff like that. I know that's a whole nother topic, but it just reminds me of that. It's like, you'll be surprised a lot of the stuff that you eat and drink and put on your body and all that kind of stuff that have a petroleum base in them. It's crazy. It's crazy. It really is. That's fire though. That was diabolical.
Whales washing up on them rising seas and got a bunch of fucking plastic in my mac and cheese. Yeah, the food's all poison, so we're all sick. Trade a double quarter pounder for a chemo drip. So
trade a double quarter pounder for a chemo drip. McDonald's causing cancer. Well, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Not necessarily that place. Forget I said that. How about fast food? Fast food and the stuff that they sell you being contributed or attributed to causing cancer. How about that?
yeah, the food's all poison, so we're all sick. Trade a double quarter pounder for a chemo drip. Soak it up while we argue about the politics and keep a full speed sprint toward apocalypse.
Yeah, hold up. That was a bar. Hold on. That was a bar.
Food's all poison, so we're all sick. Trade a double quarter pounder for a chemo drip. Soak it up while we argue about the politics and keep a full speed sprint toward apocalypse.
The same thing that I was saying about these groups and all this, that, and other. You got left, you got right, and this, that, and other, and everybody's arguing about who's right, who's wrong, what side you should be on, what group you should be in, all this, that, and other. And he was like, okay, so go ahead, soak all that shit up. Let them keep feeding you all this brain dead stuff. Let them keep feeding you all this nonsense while we keep moving towards apocalypse. You know what I'm saying? He said, keep arguing about that dumb shit that's not worth arguing about while we go ahead and just keep on going down this path instead of coming together and actually making some changes around here. Go ahead. Y'all keep arguing. That's what they want you to do. Just go ahead and keep arguing. Because the more y'all arguing with each other, the less y'all paying attention to what we doing. Actually, we can go ahead and keep your mind off what's really happening. Bro, that's bars.
I know AI's got us in that scope, and when they choose to terminate us, and that's all she wrote.
That's a bar. Webby spitting on this one. Webby spitting on this one. AI's got us in that scope. You know what I'm saying? Artificial, and that means two things, but it still comes from the same word. Artificial intelligence, AI. So right now we're using AI. AI is taking over the internet, taking over social media. It's taking over, like basically AI is becoming everybody. And I was talking to somebody the other day, and I said, you know, they were saying, I don't use that AI stuff. I don't believe in AI, and I don't this, that, and other. And I said, the funny thing about it is, in the world of technology that we live in nowadays, you're using AI every day, even when you don't know you're using AI. If you've ever Googled anything, every time you click on a search engine, a lot of the stuff that you're watching, you know, a lot of your phone, you know, you're using AI every single day. Even when you're not intentionally using AI, you're using AI. So you can quit. Like there's no way around AI unless you're going to go back and go off the grid and live somewhere with no technology. Because if you're using any form of technology nowadays, there's some AI you're using and you may not even know it. But then that one also, he was talking about aliens, artificial intelligence. So he's talking about the AI that we're using, and he's talking about aliens. So that was dope right there. That was dope. Double meaning.
AI's got us in that scope, and when they choose to terminate us, and
when they choose to terminate us, and that plays in. So that's the alien bar. Obviously, I don't know why my computer does that, but anyway, that's obviously they got the alien in the video, but they're talking about the AI. You know what I'm saying? The aliens, but also the AI. Because the more you give your life control of AI, the more you start, have your payment systems, your all this, that, and other, your banking systems, your intelligence, your social media, all that other kind of stuff. The more that you get involved with AI, like literally, it's at a point now where all it would take is for somebody to just hit a button and they can shut down everything. You know what I mean? And that's the scariest part of, even like me, everybody has banks, and I'm not going to be one of them ones that say, I don't use a debit card, or I'm not using this, or I'm not using that. Now, everybody's using it. Stop that. Everybody's using it. But one thing that I do is I try to keep cash at the same time, at all times, because I am very aware that no matter how secure your account system says it is, all it takes is the click of a button, and you lose access to all of that. So you better have a fallback. I mean, I'm just saying. And that's not a conspiracy theory sort of thing. That's a realistic thing, that you don't have the control that you think you have over the life that you're living. You know what I'm saying? The more integrated you become into that stuff. Because literally everything's the click of a button now. There used to be a day here's a common sense thought practice for all of y'all. Y'all remember the day when the cable company, and the statute of limitations, I will say now, by the way, but there was a day when if you had cable, and even when they originally had like the little cable box that allowed the signal to be converted for your television, they used to have like this little box outside that had the little things that they would plug the aux cord in. You know what I'm saying? And they would come and they would install the box in your house that would allow you to transform the signal. And you would be able to get all the little cable channels. They did the same thing with a lot of other systems. There used to be a day where the electricity, if they wanted to shut your electricity off, they had to come out and they had to take that little box off on the side of your house, and they would take these two little plastic things and put them over the prongs. So that way the prongs weren't making contact with the electrical circuit, and then they'd put the box back on there. And that's how they would shut your lights off, back in the day. Well, nowadays, over time, they started figuring out that with the cable, if people went outside and pulled the little cap off of the auxiliary cord and screwed it back in, you could turn your own cable back on. You don't even need the box, because back then, if you plugged the cable cord into the back of the TV, you couldn't get all the HBOs and all that, but you could still get cable channels on your television without, and then they had to start putting chips in the boxes and stuff like that. So that way you couldn't get a signal without that box. Well, then people learned how to bypass that chip so that you could get cable with a broken box. You know what I'm saying? And then after they figured that out, they was like, okay, we got to figure out a way to monitor this. So they started digitizing everything and putting the chips in it. And then now they can turn you off and on from the office. They ain't even got to come out there. They can literally hit a button and turn off all your stuff, all your access, everything. They did the same thing with the televisions. You think about, we had TVs where you used to be able to watch, like I said, certain cable channels, certain broadcast channels without having to have any box. You just screwed the auxiliary cord into the back of the TV, and you could get several channels without having a box. Now they've got it to where they're even trying to get rid of the antennas where you can't pick up airway signals anymore. A lot of the TVs don't even come with certain things on them anymore, so that you can't connect stuff like that to it. The TVs are being made so that you have to pay for streaming services and stuff like that. The electric company don't need to come out to your house anymore, because they didn't figure it out. I remember there was a time where a friend of mine, got caught doing that so many times, because they would take the box off the side of it, put those plastic prongs on there, put the thing back up. And the only way that they knew it was once a month, the meter maid used to come along and read the meter and report back to the office what the meter said. And that's how they knew how much electricity you used, or that's how they knew whether or not your stuff was on or off. When was the last time you seen a meter maid? When was the last time you seen somebody physically come check your meter? You know what I'm saying? And now they done figured it out, my friend. They got tired of coming out and putting them little rubber things on him, so they eventually came off and removed the whole box from the side of his house. So that way he couldn't turn his own electricity on no more. I'm just saying. Technology. The point that I made in that whole long rant that I just made was that technology has made it so that now at the push of a button, they can shut you completely off. Just saying.
Apocalypse, I know. AI's got us in that scope, and when they choose to terminate us, and that's all she wrote. Feel like God went ghost, and they monetize hope, while they
God went ghost and they monetized hope is a bar.
choose to terminate us, and that's all she wrote. Feel like God went ghost, and they monetize hope, while they selling us a noose that'll fit our throats. We could use a little help.
They monetized hope while they're selling us the very thing that we're hanging ourselves with.
And they monetize hope, while they selling us a noose that'll fit our throats. We could use a little help from the Vatican. When they're not busy with the kids, they be trafficking.
Y'all ain't putting under.
Allegedly, go and get another jab again, and just ignore the black box on the packaging. Shoot it up. Hey, it's the end
See.
of day.
That was that product placement. I had nothing to do with that. YouTube, leave me alone.
Just ignore the black box on the packaging. Shoot it up. Hey, it's the end of days. Nothing left that we could say. Cause
Yeah, y'all just got. He said the aliens doing the beer funnel is hilarious.
it looks like we're fucked either way.
And then this robot. I love this robot. It takes me back to the 80s. See, why it looked like, if you didn't know any better, you would think that them walking up in unison like that is like one, like them walking together as one group. But I think that this is like three different groups. This symbolizes three individual groups of people. That's how I took it. I could be wrong about that.
Oh shit!
I think each one of those people represented like different groups that they want to get to. That Webby and Ren are saying we need to get rid of this bullshit. You can't tell me they're not having fun. You can't tell me they're not having fun making this.
Welcome to the end of the day. See the chemtrail clouds on a summer's day in the sky. Watching as the
See, this looks funny. This scene right here looks funny. It's humorous. It really is. It has entertainment value. But even this is a symbol to me. Even this at the end is a symbol. You got the brain dead, the zombies, you know what I'm saying? You got the Bigfoot, you got the aliens, you got the little internet girl, you got all them come sit around together around this campfire and they singing. And even that is a symbol to me of Ren and Webby saying, everybody come together. You know what I'm saying? Like I that's how I'm taking this personally. I could be way off, but that's how I'm taking. Even that has meaning.
fires rage and the polar bears drown, baby, it's okay to be fine. Don't forget to medicate. It's a sick, sick world, but I feel great, so come on. Welcome to the end of the world.
But it's also comical. It's showing you how silly all of this is. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a scene showing you how stupid all this stuff is. This part shut me down during the first when we played this through the first time. This part, this is such a Muppet Fraggle Rock. There used to be this movie. Transparently was one of my favorite movies growing up as a kid. Was Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. It was also done by the Muppets, but I used to love it. Every year I watched Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. I actually have a copy of that back here on my shelf. And yes, I'm grown, but I remember there was that scene where the one where Emmett played the kazoo. it was just I'm sorry. That right there is that is so Muppet like to me. I don't even know what to do. It just takes me to all of those. Sesame Street, the Muppets, Fraggle Rock, Emmett Otter, you name it. That kazoo was everything to me. And I think in school, every kid has played a kazoo at some point in school too.
Welcome to the end of the day. See the chemtrail clouds on a summer's day in the sky. Watching
It's the robots playing the guitar.
as the fires rage and the polar bears drown, baby, it's okay to be fine. Don't forget to medicate. It's a sick, sick world, but I feel great, so come on. Welcome to the end of the world. Welcome to the end of the day. See the chemtrail clouds on a summer's day in the sky. Watching as the fires rage and the polar bears drown, baby, it's okay to be fine. Don't forget to medicate. It's a sick, sick world, but I feel great, so come on. Welcome to the end of the world.
One more time! Or not!
That or not. Man, this was hilarious. I had a great time with that one. I'm sorry. And I probably way overanalyzed that video, but I couldn't help it. You know how I do sometimes. Ain't none of y'all surprised that I went where I went when I went where I went. So don't start with me. I enjoyed that. All right. It's time for us to get on to the next one. So, hey, until the next one, you know how it is. You know what it is. I love y'all. Ain't nothing you can do about it. See you in a minute.